Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video of this TAT spinner that is currently installed in my kitchen. Sort of a temporary update to the fan setup here at my apartment, I suppose. But unfortunately, this one's going to be coming back down. Its performance is not quite as great as I had hoped. It's just, airflow coming off of it's like on par with maybe a Littleton or a, CEC Georgian or something like that. Not very powerful, unfortunately, but it is a very, very cool fan, and I definitely wanted to get a video of it before I take it down. So, yeah, this is a TAT FN series, like N as in Nancy, FN series. It might have been sold as Moss. Obviously, it's a TAT product. And actually, I have no clue where these things were sold. I would assume probably like Builder Square or Kmart or those kind of places. Not 100% sure, but yeah, these are not super common either. I would assume it's probably very late 80s. But yeah, so I thought I would throw it up as my kitchen fan for a bit. And if it were a better performer, it'd be staying because it looks extremely cool. Yeah, 5-blade spinners are not a common thing at all. And I know TAT also sold these as a 4-blade version, which looks pretty much the same, other than obviously being 4 blades, and then the motor ball screws are usually on the outer edge of the motor rather than the inner edge like that. So that's something unique to the 5-blade one. But yeah, no, it's super cool. This I believe was I think it came off a marketplace maybe a year and a half ago, roughly a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. It was a freebie, so I definitely was going to grab that. But yeah, and I put the 4 light on it because the turtle fitters are usually 3 light, and I figure with being a 5-blade fan that's usually 4-blade, why not throw an extra, make it a 4 light turtle fitter to kind of complement the extra blade. The other thing I had to do to this fan was when I first hung it up, it was very, very noisy on medium and low. Not like a bearing noise or something like that, but more the 60 cycle hum. It's more than likely due to the coil tapped speeds that are the factory lower settings. So what I ended up doing is actually converting this to capacitor based speeds, much like I've done with other fans that didn't have speeds or didn't needed to have custom speeds one way or another. So I recreated a medium and low using capacitors, and as you know, capacitor-based speeds are almost always a lot quieter, so this one became a very much quieter runner on the lower speeds. So I did that, but yeah, again, it's probably going to come back down due to the airflow. But anyway, so let's fire it up. So there's the light. It's just a generic turtle fitter, I believe came from Habitat at one point. Glass is just something I had laying around, but definitely looks cool on there. It's just your standard issue ball socket. Okay. And let's go to the low. And the speeds that it has with the capacitors are actually better than factory speeds in terms of being spaced out. The low and medium were actually a little bit faster with the factory setup. So these are a little more reasonable, I think, in terms of RPM. I'm not going to say it doesn't do anything. It does move some air. It's just probably one of the weaker fans I've had installed in here, and it's just with summer rolling in, I'm going to need something with a little more power. But definitely worth documenting. And as you notice, it's silent. Yeah, so with the factory low, there'd be a lot more 60 cycle hum. All right, let's go to medium. Man, I wish this thing was a better performer. It's very cool. Very cool fan. Medium, you start feeling a little something. The other thing I think might help with airflow is if it were on a longer down rod. Factory down rod's pretty standard, but the thing is it's got I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but it's got those like upward tilt style arms, kind of like a Fasco would have. And that ends up putting the blade tips very close to the ceiling. And I'm wondering if that might be hurting its performance as well. And actually the blade pitch is very shallow as well. I don't know if they were all like that, or maybe they did that on the 5-blade one to accommodate for the extra weight, but I feel a little something. But all right, and straight high. High was quiet. You know, obviously wired exactly the same for high as it would be from the factory, but high was always pretty quiet and hum free. High is probably the only speed where you definitely can feel a breeze coming off of it. Spin down. There was a pretty important childhood install that had the 4-blade version of the same fan. There was a cabin that my family used to stay at when I was a kid that had this same thing in 4-blade with a schoolhouse globe on it. And that was there. We quit going to that cabin in, I want to say, about 2004, maybe 2005. And I had to be 05, I was in 5th grade. Yeah, no, I think it was 2005. Because they actually quit renting out that cabin and sold it to a private owner. So I'm pretty sure the fan is no longer there. But that was definitely probably the first place I ever saw something like this as a kid. And honestly, I mean, I was little, but I don't remember that one being very powerful either. So yeah, I don't think these things were like ever powerhouses per se. It's got good bearings. So, okay, well, just wanted to document that before I swap out the fan. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have another update for my kitchen setup coming soon. So, thanks for watching.